print multiplication table of a given integer number. Let's implement one program on this particular for loop which will now have some mathematical applications. We have seen some simple arithmetic operations where the sum of numbers were added, the series were added, and then we printed the numbers using for loop. Let's go with a simple practical program of this particular for loop. Assume that the user gives you a number, say 4. If the user enters a number as 4, then what I need to do is I need to multiply this number with, I have to print the table of this multiplication table of this number. So I have to print on this output screen. I'm supposed to get the output in this fashion. 4 cross 1 equals to 4. 4 cross 2 equals to 8. 4 cross 3 equals to say 12, and so on till 4 cross 10 equals to 40. So what I need to do is I need to generate all the numbers or the multiplication table of any given integer number up to the values of 10. So as usual, this is going to be our input. Let's assume this as variable n. So we'll have this as variable n. So let's ask the user to enter the input and read this input as n. And this n should be now multiplied continuously from 1 to 10. So it means that I'm supposed to take this as I and start with 1 and go till what? 10. So here the second variable in this case is your I, where I goes from what to what? 1 to 10. The first number is always constant. Don't you feel that that is my input? So this is my input. So the first variable is n. The second variable is I, where I moves from what to what? 1 to 10. And the third variable or the third value which is supposed to be printed on the same line is 4, 8, 12, which are nothing but the multiplication of n with the value of I. So I can write this as n asterisk I. So the entire process of printing, what changes? The change is only I. I changes from what to what? 1 to 10. Hence, you have to print n and then I and then n asterisk I for how many times? 10 times. Let's look at the code for implementing this particular program. So I have this particular, ask the user to enter the number, read the number as n, take this particular I from what to what? 1 to 10. Since I'm supposed to print the values on the screen, I'm supposed to print 3 values. The first value corresponds to what? N. The second percentage D corresponds to the value of I. And the third percentage D corresponds to the expression called as n asterisk I. Suppose if n is 4, so at first what it does is it prints 4. After that it prints a cross is nothing but capital X. So I'll print capital X. And then this percentage D prints 1 when I is 1 equal to percentage D. So this percentage D prints the result of the expression called as n asterisk I. So 4 asterisk 1 is 4. After slash n, we'll get the cursor next line. This curly bracket will take you back to I plus plus. So now I will become 2. So 4 cross 2 equals to 8. Slash n will get the cursor next line. Go back, I becomes 3. 4 cross 3 equals to 12. A simple program to illustrate the mathematical application of this particular for loop. So never ever try to put this particular printf outside the for loop. If you print it outside the for loop, then it will print only once. Since I need numbers regularly on the screen, I'll place this particular printf within the for loop. And moreover, when I say printf, you should use a slash n so that the output appears on next line. If you don't use slash n, then all the table will appear on a single line itself. Thank you.